Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Got another Bestechman knife to check out. Just released, I think probably a little over a week ago, maybe 10 days or so. But this is the Goodboy. Now the Goodboy, kind of cool. It's kind of inspired by man's best friend, really. It's kind of cool if you go on the Bestechman website and stuff. There's pictures of dogs and, well, golden retriever, I should say. So, designed by Keanu Alfaro. I don't know if Keanu has maybe a golden retriever that is his best friend, Goodboy, but that's kind of cool. I'm a dog guy, so I kind of dig that. But what does the Goodboy give us? Well, it gives us some pretty interesting colors, honestly. As you can see, we've got the purple G10 here. Well, there's a black, there's a tan, but there's like a Tiffany blue, a sky blue, and a couple of other colors that were really, I don't know, maybe a seafoam, but some really interesting color choices, I thought. And I don't know, this purple is actually kind of cool. I like the purple thumb studs on it. Now, when I showed it on my live stream, they were like, "That really looks blue." Yeah, but as you can see here, in an actual decent camera, other than the webcam, it's purple. Definitely purple. But open construction, centering is pretty darn on point. You do have a deep carry clip with recessed screws, and it is reversible. Very nice. We do have a lanyard hole there. Man, I hope we're making a few people happy here. Right on. Reversible pocket clip, lanyard hole, and it's a button lock. So this is Bestechman's first button lock. Very nice. Dual thumb stud deployment. Jumps out there pretty well. The button on this one is actually pretty smooth. Just an ever so slight bit, well, slight-ish, but not really. I was going to say there's a little bit of button stick, but there's not a whole lot on this one. Ooh, messed that up. Detent is pretty good. Reverse flicking, no, I don't think so. I've tried a few times, and yeah, oh, there it went. Dude, that might be the first time I actually made it work. I was just having a hard time finding the sweet spot on it. That's what she said. But anyway, back to the... Yeah, see? I lost it. I messed it up. I got it, and then I lost it. Anyway, pretty decent button lock. Like I said, D2 blade, DLC coating? I hope. I think. If I remember correctly. Bestechman, there you go. Keanu. Pocket lint. Decent choil on it. Let's see here. Yeah, pretty much a straight up and down plunge. Now, the one thing about it, your thumb studs are out there in the cutting path quite a bit. Because your plunge is so far back, it doesn't really give us a whole lot of space, to set those thumb studs. So they are out there in your sharpening path and cutting path by a good distance. I mean, yeah, so that is one little bit of a drawback. Other than that, for me, that is about the only drawback of the Goodboy. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. Overall, what are you looking at? Just over 8 inches long. Pushing 8 1/4, not quite. Your handle is going to be just 4 1/2, 4 5/8, which is going to give you roughly about a 3 1/2-ish inch blade. Your cutting edge, we'll go 3 1/2. 3 1/2 and 3 1/2. Your blade length is slightly longer, but not by much. Grip length is right about 4 inches. So as you can see there, my 3 1/2 inch finger width definitely have a bit of room left over there. So slightly larger hands. I won't go that far. We'll slow down, reel it in. We'll go back. We'll do some size comparisons first. Overall, pretty close. They're right there as far as size comparison with the PM2. It's pretty much right on. Of course, that means the bug out is going to be slightly smaller, as it is, as you can see there. Get our weight machine out here. Let us 3.5, not too bad. Not too bad, or 97 grams. Pull out the pocket. Pocket says, nice. Pretty much disappears. As you can see, you got a little corner peeking out there. So not quite, it's not super, super deep carry, but it's pretty darn good. If you had a dark blue or black, it'd pretty much be gone. Sits in there nice. Decent retention on that pocket clip. Maybe could be a little bit stronger, but nothing too major. Now, what I was going to say earlier, this thing is comfortable in hand. Holy cow. Ergonomics on this knife are fantastic. That pocket clip dives down immediately for me, and absolutely the ramp hits me right where it should in my hand, in that crease there, so I have no issues with it. Oh, that is a very, very comfortable knife. It's pretty slender. What are we looking at as far as total width? We don't need no calipers. It's less than a ½ inch. Probably 0.42, 0.43. There's your calipers. My calibrated eye. But anyway, it's less than a ½ inch. It is fairly thin, but man, does it ever feel good. Now, you do have some jimping kind of back here on the G10 itself. And then you have some jimping, kind of a little spot. Get in there. Right there. Now, it grips pretty good. It's got a hold of my thumb. And then the G10, the milling on the G10 gives you a pretty decent grip as well. And as you can see there you go. You've got some sort of little stippling going on that G10. Plus you've got these ribs sort of milled in there, which does provide a fairly decent grip on it. Yeah, overall, I am super, super happy with how comfortable this knife is in hand. It is definitely a good boy when it comes to ergonomics. Action, pretty darn good. The detent is all right. The only thing we might have to scold our good boy about is those darn thumb studs kind of hanging out there in the cutting path. But overall, I am digging this knife. Now, removing the thumb studs, might have to get some pliers on them. I have not tried to do so as of yet. To sharpen it, that is a little bit of a detractor when you're wanting to sharpen a knife. Now, if you're using, stones or something like that, probably not as big of a deal. I don't use stones myself. I use an adjustable angle system. So they do kind of get in the way sometimes. So when they're out there in the cutting path like they are there. But overall, I'm digging the good boy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Super, super comfortable, super ergonomic. And for me, that's probably, if a knife is ergonomically satisfactory and satisfying like the good boy is, I can overlook some minor details. The thumb studs, yeah, that one's, yeah, that's kind of a sticky subject. But I will say overall, I do dig the good boy. Absolutely. Absolutely liking it. And Bestechman, their first button lock, it did pretty good. Bestechman, same company, and a little bit more, I don't know. They're just kind of starting out. We've seen the Dundee. I'd like to get my hands on a slasher. That looks like that would be a rope eater. But maybe we'll see. I do have to say thanks to Bestechman for sending this out. Definitely appreciate it. It'll probably end up in a giveaway here sometime real soon, because that's just what we do on BigRedEDC. But really, really appreciate Bestechman sending it out. And I really appreciate you guys stopping by to check it out with me today. As always, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Before I go, I'll tell you it's selling for like $54. Not bad. So, thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.